Hi everybody, Mark Cleghorn here, and we're in the studio. Santa is just about 20 feet away. It's not social distancing, but it's basically just getting ready for the shoot and things ready. I just thought we'd take this time to explain the setup that we've got going on, because it is a bit, it's a lot of lights going on in here, and I'm not saying this is the kind of thing that you want to do, but in the commercial world we've created a simple set. We're showing a part of Studio One that we don't usually kind of use, especially in the latter years, because it's so full of kit. So we've got the two side windows. Now, we already knew that by the time we were getting into the shoot, pretty much there's not going to be any light coming through these windows anyway. But we're ignoring the window. I can obviously bring it a little bit alive if I want by opening shutter speeds up. I don't need to change all the kind of exposure. What we've got going on is checker flooring, simple. We've got one of the movable walls. We just put some drape over it to just kill a bit of the reflectancy of the silver wall behind with the kind of the trees on. And Brandon, video guy, he's been wrapping since I think January the 1st, in fact, but he's done himself a pretty good job here. And the main thing is the lighting. So let's kind of just talk about everything first. We're using 6 lights in the setup here, so it's quite a complicated commercial setup. And before we get to the key light, let's talk about the other lights. So we've got an overhead one here, again with a gridded box on. This is just to actually give a little bit of separation light to not only Santa's top of the head and shoulders, but also to bring a pool of light actually down into the shadow area around us here and things really. We're going to be photographing Santa stood up and sat down, in fact. So we'll just have to move the key lights. We won't move anything else. Then in the background, we've got 2 other lights. One is the strip box here, as you can see. That's its job, is separation. Technically, it's a sandwich light if we didn't have any other lights going on. So the key light is at the kind of the 5 o'clock position. And then we've got the strip box here running at around about the 11 to 10 o'clock position and things really, okay? And this is stopped around about 1 stop less than the key light. We usually run a separation light at 2 stops less, but in this case today, commercially, we are blowing the highlight just a touch more. What you can't see is behind the wall, there's another D-Light one, and that has a blue gel on it, just to increase the saturation of blue. You'll see what I mean now in a minute. And then we've got a shadow light. So this is actually forcing an amazing separation kind of coming through. And then we're going to have some great kind of real bright lights actually on the floor as well with it. Now, these are all going to be running in daylight flash mode, obviously, because they're flash. However, when we get into the shoot, you're going to see that they're actually creating a blue light, and it's because my flash balance is going to be set to tungsten. Now, because I want the set blue, but I want basically the light onto Santa to be white, what I've done is just put some gel onto in front of the light. In other words, within the softbox itself, we just covered the cap in a tungsten kind of cap of gel, and it's color temperature orange, so it's a full CTO, as we say. And then the gridded light is just a little bit of an accent light, and that has exactly the same thing. It's again, it's a CTO gel on it. So these 2 lights are CTO. These are all white light. Basically, the flash balance on camera is going to be set onto tungsten white balance. And the reason to do that is so obviously anything that is white becomes blue, and anything that is orange yellow, as it were, becomes white. Okay, so it just kind of goes from it. We'll bring Santa through in a minute, okay, but let's see what the different lights are doing first. Okay, so we've set up the different kind of scene, and Brandon, let's get you in there, is it? Let's get video guy in for a minute just to do the setup shots. We're not in perfect position as far as camera yet. We haven't set that up at all. Just wanted to show everything in the set. Yeah, go that way a little bit more. There you go. Okay, so Brandon, not as much, mate. Go back that way a touch. There you go. So this is all of the lights together. We've set it up at 5, 6. Means that if I want more depth of field, we can go to 8. Is it showing the screen now? Do you want to go over and shut the screen? He just realised as he came through. So we've got a lovely kind of blue hue going on. And let's then go to group 1. So this is just the main lights themselves, okay? So as long as Brandon's in, come up to me a little bit more, Bert. There you go. So this is just our main light source. And you can see it's a white light coming through, all right? Deep shadows and so on. Let's see what group 2 is. So group 2 is that blue light in the background behind the actual wall. So that's giving us this deep blue. Then we go to group 3, which is just this shadow light that's creating the forward shadow. And you can see as it bounces around the room as well, it is kind of filling in just a touch as well. And we've got that little bit of light firing from above. And then in group 4, that's our kind of strip box light kind of just coming through there. So you can see what I'm doing. So remember, when we put all those together, it kind of all comes into its own kind of group and things really. So there's our basic setup. Using the, thanks Brandon, using the basic 24 to 105 lens, so we can kind of show a little bit of the mood. We're going to make some space here for Santa to walk in first, then we'll put the presents back to kind of cluster in. I'm not so much worried about the floor stand just behind Brandon's leg. I'm sure that's going to be hidden when we get to the actual photograph anyway, and obviously we'll be hiding all the studio stands with the crop no matter what. The only thing I've got to do, obviously, because of the height of the background wall, if Santa is as tall as Brandon is, I need to raise the actual camera height up to avoid all the kind of the post-production work and things. So let's bring Santa in, I think, yeah? Santa, if you just want to make your way across. Brandon, if you make room, if you just move this grey present here, just move it out to the side, and then you move the that group of presents there for me a minute. Okay there? Just going to do some stood up ones first, please, Santa, if that's okay. So if you go into the middle of that little space, turn around to us then, please, sir. Brilliant. Come up to me a little bit more and turn the body that way a touch. Brilliant, yeah. Do you mind to move the hat onto this side? Is that okay?
Yes, certainly.
I know it has a good side and a bad side. Let's bring those presents back in at Santa's feet, yeah? Can you turn this grey present round as well so I don't see the cardboard?
Yep. That side?
I think so. Let me just have a quick check. It needs to come up a bit higher. A little bit higher as well to avoid any post-production. Let's quick test while Brandon's fussing. Yeah, brilliant. Okay. Yeah, it's pretty good, Brandon. Thank you, bud. So, straight at me, please, Santa, if that's okay. Right. Excellent. Looking to me, that's good just there. And again, for me, happier a little bit. There you go. Excellent. Turn the body and the feet that way if you can for me. And turn the head back to me. There you go. Brilliant. Little happy expression as well. Could you cover the watch a little bit more with your sleeve? Good advert, though, for the watch company. I hope they're supplying you with it. Just move that away from the eye a little bit more. There we go. Let's do it. Straight at me again. Excellent. Straight at me again. Santa. One bit more for me. Excellent. Big smile. Brilliant. Let me just go up a little bit higher. One more. Let's do it. Straight at me again, sir. That's good just there. And again for me. Excellent. Let me just turn it to the vertical. So I shot the horizontal first just so we could really kind of get a good squaring. So let me just do a quick test again. And now we can fuss it. So the reason we've got this light here, this is just adding that little bit of kick into the face on the shadow side, yeah? I'm not so much worried about the overhead light. Because obviously that's given us our separation no matter what with it and things really, but it looks pretty good. Okay, Santa, straight at me again. That's good, just stand again. Half a step backwards. Can you just a shuffle? There you go, sir. A little bit more, that's good. And to me again, sir, happier. And again, fake it, big smile, sir. I know you're gonna have a busy Christmas Eve next week. There you go, brilliant. And again for me, excellent.
That's what my miss said. Smile, as you said.
Excellent. And again, please, Santa. That's good. And word more. Cool. Let's try and put the thumbs at that. That's brilliant. Let's do that. And turn the body around towards there for me. Turn the feet as well. And then you're going to turn the head back to me. There you go. Brilliant. And again, that's great. One more. Happier again. Excellent. Let's, if you can move those presents, we'll just step Santa out to the front a minute, and then I'm going to bring in that chair. Santa, do you want to step out a minute just while I put in that chair? Is that okay? If you want to come through here, I'll just put that chair in place for you. There we go. Have a sit for me, sir, when you could. I'm going to keep you there a minute, Brandon. I'm going to get you to move presents around. Okay. Let's just tidy up that coat there for me. Can you, Santa, just push it down just a little bit more? I'll just change the height of these lights. I think it's just actually pushing it down where you sat down. It's pushing out the side. There you go, better.
All right.
Yeah, great. Let's just make sure you're looking good. Brandon, perhaps we can bring, let's have a little look. Quick check, a little higher, go wider. Okay, let's do it. Straight at me, please, Santa again, that's good, just there, and again. Can you lean forward to me just a little bit? Brilliant, and again, that's great, happier. Just bring the hands together at the front, I think. Brilliant, and again for me. Excellent. Happier again, sir. You can do it. Big expression. Cover that sleeve just a little bit more with the watch, will you?
I like it.
I think it's a great advert. I hope they're paying us to be...
Let me take this watch off.
Brandon, could you just correct, when you get Santa's watch, could you also push the side of the coat down? See the coat?
Yeah. Let me see it off.
No rush at all. That's pretty good, that. Like it. There we go. Brandon will take the watch for you.
Thank you very much, sir.
At the same time...
And your coat, yeah. Just going to pull this down, okay?
Both hands, mate, if you'll make it easy. Oh, there you go. You're brilliant. Thank you. Thank you, Brandon.
One finger short somewhere. There we are. I still one finger short, I don't know what to say.
You okay there?
Yeah.
Brilliant. Okay, let's do it. Straight at me again. And again, happier, just a touch. And again, happier. Big smile for me, Santa. Bring the hands together again and leaning forward to me if you can. That's great. I know it's not a comfortable pose. I do apologise. 1 second.
Sorry.
D. Focusing on the face. Again, that's good. And again for me, happier. Excellent. If you stay there for a minute, I just want to do the group. I'll love it. Let's do it again. Keep it. Little expression. And again for me. Okay, so let's bring in some of these little frames. I'm going to get you to just put this on your left knee. Would it be okay if we raise that foot up a little bit, do you think? That 1 foot?
Which one? This one?
Yeah, if we put a little razor under it. Is that okay?
Yeah, great, yeah.
Have you got a black posing tub? The little ones, the very small ones. Yeah, if you can, Santa will be able to put his foot on top of that, and then we'll hide it with presents if that's okay with you. Push it right underneath for Santa. More. There you go. Let's have a little look. Yeah, let's put some presents in front of it, shall we? I can use those ones over by the windowsill there. It'd be brilliant, yeah. Put in front, that's it, to hide. I've lost the foot fully now, Brandon. There you go, brilliant. And perhaps that, yeah, it's great, let's do it. Quick test. Great, and you'll be able to lean forward just a little bit more. I'm going to get you to just rest this on your knee and just hold that. That's brilliant. Yeah, can you move it over to that side? I want to see more of you than it. Yeah, that's brilliant. Excellent. Turn it to me just a little bit if you can. Santa, can you lean towards me as well? That's great. Just there. Let's do it. Quick test. Let me just check you look beautiful. Looking good, Santa. There you go. And again. Excellent. Just there. Happier. Big smile, sir. Excellent. And again. Stay in there for me again. Keep it. Once more. Again, happier. Fantastic, sir. One more. Let me just change this to the horizontal.
I'm a miserable bugger.
Ah, no. All the best men in the world.
She says, smile, for God's sake, smile.
Excellent. I want to see that big smile you just did then a minute ago. Here you go. Let's have a quick test. Leaning forward to me, sir, just a little bit. That looks brilliant. Okay, that's great. Can you take that frame back a touch? That's it. Move it over towards that way and turn it towards me. Can you bring it upright? There you go. And if you lean your head through, that's great there, sir. And again for me, big smile, big one, the laughing ho ho ho. Can you do a big ho ho for us? Ho ho, excellent, it's there. And again, could you turn the frame to the horizontal? Brandon, can you just show him, please?
That way or that way?
That's it. That's the way. Perfect. You can use your other hand onto the side if that's okay. Okay. Turn it around to me just a little. There you go. Brilliant. Let's do that. And at me. One more. Let me just check you look beautiful. What a man. Okay, let's do it. There we go. Ho, 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 sir. Big. There you go. That's great. And again, that's great. One more. Keep it. Happier. That's good. Excellent. Looking down towards the photograph. There we go. Keep it. Straight at me again, sir. Brandon, can we change that to a square, please? Just that one there.
My missus said, last thing she said, make sure you bloody smile.
Oh, that's Mrs. Claus for you, isn't it?
I know what.
That's it. Push it over to that side a little bit more, Santa. A little bit more for me. That's great. Let's do it there. Excellent. Straight at me, sir. Happier. Ho, ho, ho. That's it. Brilliant. You know that you've got a trainee Santa downstairs in J, yeah? He really plans his retirement around being Santa Claus. I've said he needs to go on a bit of a diet though first.
What do you want to look at me?
Excellent. Let's have a quick look again. One more. Straight at me again. And again, sir. That's good. And again for me. Happier again, sir. You can do it. Brilliant. One more. Excellent. Brilliant. Okay, Brandon, let's lose that frame, shall we? Did I do the horizontals? I can't remember. Let me just do a few more. No, square, so you're right. Just as long as I took the horizontal images, let's do it again. Straight there for me. And again, sir. Leaning forward to me a little bit more. That's great. Keep it. Excellent. Brilliant. Let's lose that square for me. Okay, so officially we're done that part. Let's look at, thank you very much. Let's try and lean forward as much as you can to me, can you?
Yeah, certainly.
Don't fall off my chair, it's only from IKEA. There you go, brilliant. Let me quick test again. And if you could bring the hands together in a bit of a, that's brilliant. Let me just check you look great. Excellent, let's do it. Straight at me again, sir. Fake it again. That's good, just there. So on Christmas Day, you get a bit of a sleep then, do you?
Yeah.
Very wise. Let me just do a few more in the vertical. Again, leaning forward to me, sir, if you can. That's great. One more, 1 second. Again. Big expression. Big open mouth. Excellent. And again, love that. Great, that's a bit of a wrap, sir. Let me just make some space for you a minute. Brandon, do you want to help Santa Claus out? Mm-hmm. Let's move those presents and we'll get you out of the set. That looks amazing. Brilliant.
Did you realise the beard was that big?
No, you look great. I've exaggerated it with the lens, how kind of more robust we are. Do you want a hand up, sir? You okay?
All right.
And we'll just bring you off set for a minute. Okay. Excellent. Do you just make your way and have a little sit on the big red sofa? Cookies and eggnog will be with us in a minute. So yeah, that's a really good start. Yeah, I mean the main thing was to remember that we are trying to create a moody element in here. We could have cheated and basically used blue gels around the scene and obviously kept this to the white light. A quick commercial trick though is if we want the main subject to be correct in white light, you either make the decision about white light in the subject and coloured gelling all around the place, or we basically colour gel the whole scene, yes, and then kind of doing that. The problem with colour gelling a whole scene is that you often have to use up a lot more power of the flash. The reason being is because obviously it's got to go through the gel itself and things really. So hope you've enjoyed this quick shoot with Santa. We've explained the different setup. We are photographing on a medium zoom lens, the 24-105. We had a working aperture of 5.6 at 100 ISO. We were shooting on a 30th of a second just to allow a little bit more of the kind of the blueness of the white light to be coming through and some of the light coming through the windows as well. We had 2 key lights, both were running with the CTO gel. Remember, the CTO gel always has to be near the flash before it exits out. So you don't want to put it in front of honeycombs because then it defeats the whole thing. We had this big shadow light or forward light, whichever you want to call it, coming towards us. This is giving this fantastic kind of almost 3-dimensional effect as we're going through it. We've got our separation lights both at the 11 o'clock and at the 12 o'clock high. But remember, this is a separation light as well as actually putting some fill light down actually on the bottom of the floor and things really. I had no flash running in front of the set at all. That's why the presents, if they're visible at the front, they're only there to disguise that we run out of the checkered flooring. So that kind of gives us the great finish. And the only other thing that we've got is in the background, there's that other light buried behind the actual wall itself to give us the look and the feel. Hope you've enjoyed it. Join us again on another session with Santa, live in fact today, Academy at 5, where we're going to be moving from here onto the red background to actually give a little bit more contemporary feel to the shoot. See you soon. Take care. Bye-bye. And ho, ho, ho.